It is my God-given right to come on this little YouTube channel and talk about scary dolls. It's been a while since my last video on dolls, because I'm not a doll channel. I'm not a doll collector, but in the months from when I did my last video, I did get the Barbie and Kelly Halloween doll, the first Barbie Halloween exclusive. I got it as a gift from my boyfriend's mom. It was very sweet. But yeah, since then there's been some spooky dolls released. It's literally almost December, so Halloween is over. So I thought I would go through some of the releases and just some other dolls I've stumbled upon, because despite the fact I said there wouldn't be another doll video, I still kept an eye out. And of course, people thought I would do another one if they sent me more dolls to look at, so there were people sending me dolls to look at. So welcome to part 4, not another doll video. Like, not another teen movie, but it's me talking about dolls. We're gonna start off with Monster High. So I would say probably the earliest release since my last video was the Monster High Draculaura Vampire Heart Collector doll. And like I said in all these videos, this isn't like a Halloween specific doll, but it is scary and intricate enough looking that I feel like it qualifies for this video. It's also my goddamn video, and I can put whatever I want in it. I've also been very up to date on the Monster High subreddit, and the girls are fighting over there. Every time they release a doll, there's like a war. Probably because just the whole way the internet and monopolies have done like pre-orders or like club exclusive first sale things is just, it's so messy and no one ever gets what they want. No one wins. However, we are not here to discuss poor pre-sale things and how I've been waitlisted for Taylor Swift 23 times now. We're here to talk about the dolls. The dolls are all that matter. And this Draculaura doll is very good. This is obviously a collector's one that is probably just meant to sit on a shelf. I think the skirt looks very delicate. It's sort of balloon-shaped, leathery. I don't know if that's holes in it. It just looks very fragile. But as I've said in other videos, it's your doll. You can do what you want with it. It can sit on a shelf. You can play with it and fucking repaint it and redress it all you want. It's your money that you used to buy it. It's your doll. You can do whatever you want to it. Yeah, I think this is really good. I love all the details put into it. I think it looks awesome. She's beautiful. Kind of nothing left to say on this, TBH. Love it, but I feel like it's nice to look at. I feel like I don't have a lot to contribute to the conversation itself. So moving on, they did drop another skullector. In the last video, it was just done shortly after the Annabelle doll was announced. And since then, they have released the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack and Sally set. Unpopular opinion, I'm not a fan of this movie. I have a thing with certain seasonal movies where people take it and they beat it to death and make like quote unquote normie Facebook posts about it every year. I'm just also, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I have fucking Nightmare Before Christmas fatigue. Like, I feel like everywhere I go in terms of looking for like horror merch, there's always Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Like, and yeah, Disney owns it. So I'm surprised that it has popped up in so many places that I guess aren't like Disney affiliated stores like Spencer's or Hot Topic or anything, but I guess it's more of a licensing thing than anything. Here are my thoughts on the dolls. They could have done better. And this is like, I know you have to like mass produce these and stuff, and so there's probably an element where you want to keep it somewhat affordable for people to buy, but also not too intricate that I don't know, it's a whole thing. But I feel like the Jack just looks like Jack. I don't know, even like their Frankenstein looked like a Monster High boy. They didn't just like stick like a very normal Frankenstein action figure head on a Monster High body. I don't know, I feel like they could have done something cool and like taken like a Monster High like boy sculpt and done Jack's face on that, and it would have looked a lot cooler. I also kind of wish they kept Sally's face in the regular Monster High sculpt instead of having a custom one, because they don't look like Monster High dolls. They just look like generic dolls that like Disney or something would make. But they don't have any Monster High elements. I mean, minus the logo on Sally's skirt. I'm just not crazy about them, and I'm really over the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like the Nightmare Before Christmas and Hocus Pocus and like Halloween Town. Like, I'm tired of hearing about those every Halloween. I'm tired of the Facebook posts and the Twitter screen caps on Instagram that are like, me and Bae and apple cider and Halloween Town. That is my dream for this Halloween, and shit like that. I'm over it. There's way better movies out there to watch. And if you're gonna argue the kid-friendly side, there's a lot of other good kid-friendly Halloween and Christmas movies that aren't just the generic ones. And don't get me fucking started on popular Christmas movies that people love to post online about. I could talk about how much I hate Elf and Home Alone for days. For days I could talk about that. But we're gonna move on, because I'm gonna get too fired up, and this video is going to be, I talked about 2 dolls and now I'm ranting about Christmas movies. So Monster High also did a more like cultural Halloween release this year. They did a Dia de Muertos Skelita doll, and it's her in a like Day of the Dead dress, and her face is all painted up and stuff. It's really cool. I think this is another issue where just the pre-orders, just like it's sold out too quick or something. I feel like that happens with everything now. Nothing, you can never buy anything. Everything's a pre-order or a subscription now. But anyways, this doll is really cool, intricate, definitely more of a collector's thing. I'm glad that they do this sort of representation stuff, because I don't know, this is like a beautiful doll and dress and stuff that I think you could appreciate whether your cultural beliefs like follow Day of the Dead or whatever. I think it's a cool collector's doll, and it's a cool cultural doll. She's really, really, really cool. The product details. Monster High celebrates Day of the Dead with this collectible Skelita doll. She shimmers in a beautiful dress detailed with monster lace, skullet sugar skulls, and monarch butterflies. From Pan de Muerto to hanging papel picado, Skelita is excited to honor her loved ones and gather with friends and family. So that is all of the released Monster High dolls. However, there is some leaks out that I'm going to talk about. So if you don't agree with the ethics of leaks, the next timestamp will be down in the description of the Barbie section. But we're going to talk about these leaks right now. So the first thing that leaked is an Addams Family 2-pack of Wednesday and Morticia. I am so excited to see what these look like. I hope they have like the normal face sculpts and they don't try to like make them look different in any way, sort of like how I just said about Jack and Sally. Obviously, since these are skullectors, it's going to be hell to buy them. So I probably won't buy them, but I'm very interested to see what they look like. Like, are they going to go sort of with the 1960s look of them, or like the 90s, or like the Wednesday Netflix series? I'm very excited to see that. And then they also are doing a Hocus Pocus 3-pack of the Sanderson sisters. Sort of less excited about this because I don't like Hocus Pocus, but I know some people will be very excited about this. I guess one thing is people, like I know I've seen in like Hocus Pocus 2 or whatever, don't they turn into their teenage selves or something? And they just have different actresses play them for a bit, or they have teenagers dress up as them. Anyways, I'm interested to see if they're going to do sort of what they looked like in the original movie or the second movie, or those like teenage versions of themselves, because Monster High, you know, like is Monster High, it's a high school, but these are skullectors, so like I don't really know, but I think it would be cool to see any iteration, but I'm not a Hocus Pocus fan, so I probably won't be buying them. Then there was another leak a couple days ago from Cleo's Nile on Instagram, and it looks like they're going to do a Monster High doll of Wednesday in her black dress with the white collar. And then there is a one called Wednesday Core. Yeah, so the Core one is the black dress with the white collar. The Raven one is the dress from the Netflix series. And then they're also doing a doll of Enid, who is Wednesday's roommate in the show. She's a very fun character, so I'm interested to see how they do that, and I think it'll be a cool contrast because she's a very colorful character. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome to see those when they officially announce them. All the dates said next year, so they probably won't announce them this year. They'll probably announce them next year, because I feel like it's only like a week difference between when they announce a skullector doll and when they release it. So moving on to Barbie, I found a website called Halloween Haven where they listed a bunch of Halloween Barbie dolls that I did not cover in, I think, the second video in this series, where I literally went through every single Barbie Halloween doll, and like 90% of them were witches, and I went crazy. So to begin this, I missed this doll somehow, but this is the Barbie Queen of the Dark Forest doll 2015 gold label doll. The only listing I can find is a Chinese listing on Amazon for like $1,500, which is quite a bit, but this doll looks awesome, very spooky, very, very Maleficent-y. I can't believe this wasn't included in like the Haunted Beauty collection. I mean, she's not haunted, she's just like a forest queen. But I feel like she sort of like toes the line of that category. But she's really cool and obviously super rare if she's that much money on this Amazon listing. What is her description? Such elegant beauty, this enchanting creation should not be hidden away in the dark forest. Her stunning costume is a glistening black gown with an ornate belt. The draped sleeves of the gown are trimmed in faux fur. She wears a gem-encrusted crown and an elaborate necklace. She carries a scepter, a symbol of her sovereignty over the forest, and her darkly mysterious presence is perfect for Halloween. Then we've got a couple Day of the Dead dolls. I feel like I covered one of these in one of the other videos, but I couldn't remember which one, and I also did not see the picture when I was looking through my hard drive of photos I used in those videos. So we'll just cover them all. In this article, at least, there's a 2020 and a 2021 doll. There's this Day of the Dead doll, which is the first one they released, sold out very quick. Then they did one in 2020, which I don't totally love. The dress is a little more wedding dressy, princessy than Day of the Dead, I would say, in comparison to the other dolls I've seen. It's a very pink version. And then we've got the 2021 one. So this is another like series collector doll that I missed. They did one of the Bewitched Witch. I cannot remember what her name is. I've never seen the show. But she had her own collector Barbie. It's really cute. It's a classic-y witch costume with a little broom. I have witch doll fatigue when it comes to Barbie stuff, but I feel like this is a really good version. I know I said that about a lot of them, but I really enjoy this one and the classic look of it. I think Bewitched takes place in the 60s or whatever, so it's very with the times, and I enjoy it. So the next collector Barbie I missed is the Empress of the Aliens Barbie doll. I think this was done by the same people who designed the Forest Witch one, just judging by the face and stuff. And she's very intricate. She's got like an iridescent armor stuff. It's interesting that they did an alien doll and they didn't have her have like green skin or anything, but she could be like a human that rules the aliens. I don't know if this Barbie has lore or not. But she's very cool looking. I love the color palette they've done. I love the hair color. This says it's currently unavailable on Amazon. So honestly, don't know where to tell you to get her. Never came across her for all the research I've done for these 4 videos now once this one comes out, and I have never come across her. So in the article, these are classified as creepy yet beautiful. And I would agree that these are more sort of monster related dolls, which I guess, I mean, it's my video. I get to talk about what dolls I want to talk about, despite the fact I'm not a doll channel and I'm not a doll collector or expert. Barbie collector Medusa doll. She's cool looking. I mean, obviously they went for something a little more conventionally, quote unquote, conventionally beautiful. So they didn't do the snakes for hair. They do have snakes down her arms and stuff, and her hair sort of is in snake shapes, I guess. It's in like wiggly stuff. And they did like a mermaid style dress. I don't know, she's interesting. She's cool. Nothing to write home about though. So those are all of the previous year Halloween Barbies I missed. The doll they did for 2023, the Day of the Dead doll, very pink. I think they really pushed the fact that the Barbie movie came out this year. A lot of people were buying pink stuff, like the Barbie pink stuff. So I feel like this was a good choice for them. I know I said the other one was too pink, but that was a little like pink and frilly. This one is more, it keeps with the style, but it's still very pink. And it looks like for the most part, a lot of the design on the dress is stitched on, which is super cool and like looks a lot higher quality than just like when it's printed onto the fabric. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's got like a halo of monarch butterflies. It's beautiful. I don't know if this completely sold out or not. I'm not on the Barbie subreddit, so I wouldn't know. They also released another Day of the Dead doll, and this one is a collaboration with Pink Magnolia, which is a collaboration with a Mexican fashion designer, Pavo Wong. And this one is pink and frilly, but it's not. It's still got the thematics of the other Day of the Dead dolls that I like. I think it matches the theme a lot better than the 2021. Not just 2020, not 2020. The 2020 doll. Now, I have not been keeping an eye on the Living Dead dolls because, as you've seen in the last video, I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a fan of the scary little babies. But they did announce a Wednesday doll. I mean, Wednesday is a hot commodity right now with the Netflix show. People went crazy for that. People will go crazy for the second season. So they did a Living Dead doll of her. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look. I sort of was worried it was just going to look generic. I don't know. I feel like I can picture a Living Dead doll Wednesday in my mind, and I don't like the way it looks. But I don't mind the way this looks. I like that they like kept the freckles and stuff, and she's got Thing on her shoulder. I think it's really good and really cool. Yeah, she's not as scary looking as I thought she was going to be. Not even scary looking, but just soulless. I find all the other ones look soulless. That's probably the point, but anyways. We have to go check out our little American Girl doll friends who, as I said in the previous video, have the best Halloween costumes doll-wise. They're all bangers. They had a Bride of Frankenstein one that I will not shut up about. That is a baller move. It's like, you know what little girls who have American Girl dolls love? 1936 black and white sequel. Boom, Bride of Frankenstein costume. It's really awesome. So they put out 3 costumes and an accessory pack this year. So I thought we would look at them because go American Girl dolls. So the first one they've got is the Trick or Treat candy costume. It's cute. It's simple. It's very much so a young kid costume. The tiered skirt with the candy corn colors is so cute. I'm a candy corn lover, so I'm all for this costume. I love her little hat. It is wonderful. So moving on, we've got the Midnight Bat costume. This one's similar to any sort of cat costume. It's very plain, but there are some little touches that I love, so I don't think it's as plain as I thought it would be just by the title. Because for a bat costume, you just got to put on little black wings, and it's like, bam, you're there. But they took a couple steps to make it a little bit more different, and I like that. So she's got a little bat wing headband, and then the underarms of her leotard, I guess, are bat wings. They're purple, though. But I mean, I guess this is also for young children, so you want like color and stuff, because bats are like all black. So it's a little bit more fun to look at, I guess. And it's cute. There's a little chest part that's like this iridescent blue purple as well. And then she's got fishnets on, which is like go American Girl dolls. And then she's got little boots with bat wings on them. So if she was a bat, she would have 6 wings, which is a lot of wings for a bat. But I do think for a children's costume, it works. Then moving on, we've got the Pretty Pumpkin costume. This one's simple but cute. Once again, they hammed it up a bit, so it's okay. She's got a beret with the little pumpkin stem thing. And honestly, that is the MVP of this ensemble. I've never seen anyone else do a beret for a costume, so I'm loving it. I mean, it's a generic pumpkin costume that kids wear. It's a pumpkin, striped tights, little boots, but the beret is what makes it. And then, as I said, they released an accessory set to go with this collection. So it's a little trick-or-treat bucket, a pile of popcorn mixed with candy corn and chocolate candy pieces, a box of candy corn, a set of 2 American Girl brand chocolate-covered graham crackers, a jack-o'-lantern lollipop, and a ghost lollipop. Obviously, I don't think you can eat any of these. They are just for your doll to like play with, or for you to play with your doll. But it's very cute and I love it. So thank you once again, American Girl dolls, for being the MVP of Halloween dolls and setting the bar so high for everyone. So moving on, I did find a new doll that I did not talk about previously, Asterisk. So there was one video where I found this doll called Spooky Sooki, and it was a 13 Days of Halloween doll. It was like an advent calendar, but for Halloween, and I couldn't find any other releases or any other thing like her. But I found out she's from a collection called Dynamite Girls, which I'd never heard of before. And honestly, how did I not come across this in my research? I looked at every single doll brand on the face of the earth to find their Halloween collections, and I somehow missed this one. Anyways, they're made by Integrity Toys, and back in 2013, they put out a Halloween collection. First up, we've got Spooky Sooki herself. A classic Dynamite Girl character returns to haunt the night again. Spooky Sooki The Return is an IT Direct exclusive and cannot be purchased anywhere else but in the Integrity Toys shopping cart. She's wearing a white shirt dress in a gothic-inspired style over black pattern hose and black boots with a matching bag shaped like a small coffin. So it's not really Halloween, it's just more like a gothy outfit, but I did want to include it because wait till you see the other ones. So next up we've got a boy one, the Handsome Devil Damon fashion figure. He is dressed in red and black, from the jacket and pants to the striped shirt and his raven-streaked red hair. Raven hair. Gorgeous high boots. Please note that the horns are removable. And then finally, this one took me for a loop once I realized what it was. It's called Dead in Her Tracks. And this little bad bitch has been run over. It's tire tracks on her dress. And obviously they went with like blue lips. And stuff because she's dead. I would assume there's a lot of truck tires on her dress. She was run over more than once. There's no description for this one. And honestly, it does not need it. The picture speaks for itself. This fashionista has been run over and I love her. So then I did some more digging and I found a blog post from 2008. fashiondolls.de, and I think that's Denmark. So I'm on a Denmarkian blog right now. Anyways, so it looks like Dynamite Girls did their first Halloween doll, Spooky Sooki, in 2008. She was limited to 1,000 pieces and is very Wednesday Addams core. You know, black dress, white collar, striped tights, 2 braids. She's got a little cat, which I love. I'm a sucker for a little cat that comes with a doll because I love cats. Yeah, I mean, it's a Wednesday ripoff, essentially. The Spooky Sooki is a Wednesday ripoff in 2008. But it's okay because was there any Addams Family stuff that came out in 2008? I don't think so I think it's okay. So moving on, there are no more dolls I have to cover. However, there's a lot of social media content that I would like to cover, specifically Halloween social media posts that Barbie, but more so Bratz, made leading up to Halloween. And they are so good, I have to share them. So the first one, Barbie posted, and it's like a Barbie trick-or-treat thing. And, you know, Barbie's got like one of the old Barbie Halloween costumes on. And a lot of it's stuff from the movie. But then they also do some throwbacks of like classic Barbie movie costumes, like Princess and the Pegasus and like Fairytopia and stuff. And then they do throw in like an Alan joke because obviously the Barbie movie is still a hot commodity. And yeah, it's just super cute. So the Bratz social media team really knocked it out of the park this Halloween with 5 horror movie related posts with their dolls. No releases for Halloween, but a lot of, I don't even know if it's fan made. I think they probably make all this in-house. But anyways, really cool horror movie Bratz content. When I was scrolling through their social media to like bookmark these posts, I saw this and I was like, why do they have a picture of the Monster High skullector of Elvira on their page? But then I realized that it's a Bratz Elvira. You know, it kind of looks better than the skullector. Not gonna lie, I feel like Bratz is a much better fit for Elvira, and they sort of knocked it out of the park. It looks perfect. I don't know how much of it is done in like Photoshop afterwards, after the initial photo was taken, because I know that Bratz legs do not move like that. They probably aren't positionable like that. Bratz dolls were very stiff, from what I can remember. They didn't have the joints or anything. They were like, their torso was stationary and their arms and legs moved, but not as much as the very opposable Barbies. So then moving on, they spoofed the American Horror Story. I forget what it's called. But anyways, the new American Horror Story season with Emma Roberts and Kim Kardashian, they spoofed the poster with that, Once again, I think they did really good. Obviously, that spider was done in post. I'm probably pretty sure. But it is really cool that they are catering to horror movie fans and horror TV show fans, I guess. I don't even know if American Horror Story is like quote unquote horror or if it's more so just like things that aren't really ever shown on TV. I don't know. I never made it past the first season because I got too freaked out by the guy in the black suit. Like the full body suit. Couldn't do it. Very paranoid person. So they also did a Carrie inspired post, which I love. This doll looks so good. I need someone to do a Carrie doll. Carrie was like the first horror movie I got super into. I watched the 3 movies religiously. I listened to the musical religiously when I was like 12 and 13. So I just really need someone to do a Carrie doll so I can buy it. And if it was a Bratz doll, that'd be cool because this looks awesome. And it's a very like slaytastic Carrie. So in the caption on this, they said this was their most requested Halloween recreation, and it is the I Know What You Did Last Summer poster. Not a whole lot to say about this because I haven't seen the movie, but I do own the VHS. So I think they did a good job replicating the cover. I mean, it's not really hard. You just sort of pose and light them in the right way and then collage them together. But it is really cool, and I would like to see them do more ensemble cast horror movie posters with the Bratz dolls. I think they could pull that off really well. And then this one was posted in November and is also very topical because as of today, Jenna Ortega has stepped down from Screen 7 and it's a ghost face about to stab Jenna Ortega Bratz doll. They did a really good job. I don't know if the mask is photoshopped in or if they had someone like custom sculpt it, but it looks really good. This is the doll set I would buy. They pulled it off really well. Yeah, but very topical at the moment because all that news about Scream 7 is coming out literally today, November 22nd, literally today. So yeah, that is everything that I have to talk about right now in terms of spooky, scary Halloween dolls. And there were commas in between those words because obviously if I was just looking for Halloween dolls, it'd be niche. If I was just looking for scary dolls, it'd be niche. And if I was just looking for spooky dolls, it'd be niche. So I'm just putting them all together for my niche little fun videos that I like to make. So that's going to be it for this video. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. If you don't have anything that I missed, let me know what your favorite doll I covered was. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And my next video is probably going to be everything I watched in November, which honestly wasn't that much. So sorry about that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I have a lot of fun making these. See you next time.